Okay, so what even is happiness? Let's talk about it.
Is it the simple moments, the ones where we pause and find magic? Or is it in the extraordinary experiences that take our breath away? Take a moment to think of someone you know who's happy. And what are their characteristics like? Maybe they exude gratitude, joy, appreciation, or have a lighthearted sense of humor. My mentor Tony Robbins teaches that progress and growth are the keys to happiness. And I've got to say, this resonates deeply with me. For me, I find joy in the simplest moments, like reading a book at home.
Maybe this is an omen. Who told you about omens? Everything in life is an omen. There's a universal language understood by everybody, but already forgotten. I am in search of that universal language, among other things. That's why I'm here. I have to find a man who knows the universal language. An alchemist. I think happiness is also realizing that we are all alchemists. We hold so much infinite source potential within us that our minds can't even comprehend. But when we tune into the heart, our hearts are tapped into that infinite source knowing. And that's magical.
But I also find joy in the wild, in nature, like adventures like hiking to Everest Base Camp. Nature teaches us that to be alive is to grow and change. And maybe that's where happiness comes from. Look at the trees, for example. They're constantly changing with the seasons, showing us that change can be so beautiful. They let go of their leaves, reminding us that to grow, sometimes we need to let go of what we're holding on to. In my experience, letting go can sometimes bring pain to the surface. But as I sit with it, I've learned a beautiful truth that nature also affirms. It's through the cracks that the light finds its way in. So, if you feel like you're breaking, consider it a process of opening up and allowing even more light into your life, into your heart, into your soul, and your being. So, again, what even is happiness? Is it in reading a book in the warmth of home? Or in exploring distant places? Maybe happiness is just in noticing. When I take a moment to zoom out and truly appreciate whatever moment I'm in, to say, wow, what a blessing it is to be here now. Look at the blue sky. Look at that red leaf. That's where I feel happiness. It's in gratitude. It's in choosing to see what is good and beautiful in each moment, in the now. Happiness isn't just about our joy. It's also about finding people and projects that are greater than ourselves, and we can serve and contribute and grow and give with, so that we know we're part of something meaningful. When we add value to the world, even in small ways, it brings a kind of joy that's deep and lasting.
So what even is it, this thing that we're all searching for? It's kind of crazy because our brains, as humans, aren't actually wired for happiness. They're wired for survival. And so they'll constantly just loop in trying to find things that are keeping us from surviving. And so once we understand this, then we're like, okay, how can we use our brains as a tool to not just try to find problems, but try to find magic moments? And so that's where practice is like, once I understood that, once I understood the processing that our brain is trying to do, now I'm like, okay, I get why meditation is so important. I get why a gratitude practice is so important, because we're trying to override our brain's core function and trying to feed it magic so that we're actually like, wait, no brain, like, we're good, we're great, thank you, like, I appreciate you. Look at this magical moment. I got to wake up this morning and cuddle Bella. Or I got to wake up this morning and do a meditation. And yeah, I think that's where we can find happiness or create happiness.
And I've also learned that maybe happiness is in the non-attachment to outcomes. It's being grateful and showing love just because, without expecting anything in return. Because our being is love, and it just feels good to love. There's something so freeing in simply being love and feeling gratitude for no reason other than to feel it. Abraham Lincoln said, "Most folks are about as happy as they make their minds up to be." Happiness is a choice. Choosing gratitude for what is, for everything we have in this moment, that's been one of the biggest lessons in my life. And now, imagine for a moment you were God and you were showering blessings upon the earth, and people complained instead of noticing the magic around them. How much would you continue to bless them abundantly? So it's in realizing that there really is magic in it all, in the light and the dark moments, but sometimes we just have to look a little bit harder to find the gifts that are hidden in the dark.
This light feels so holy. This is definitely happiness. Cuddly cute doggo. Watching the sunrise, journaling, meditating on dreams and hopes and goals, going for a hike in nature, taking a nap in the sunshine. That's something that Bella's taught me. I think happiness is whatever we choose it to be, whatever we decide. And just bringing our conscious awareness to those moments as they're happening and appreciating them as magical moments. But that's what I think, so who knows?